losing their life now with healthcare. Imagine, how much worse it would be. And you still got people who are out of jobs, who aren't able to work, who are other folks who are scared to go to work. This is real. I mean, this is real stuff. He has no empathy. He has no interest in and has never presented any. So that, again, I move away from him. He to me is the symptom of what the problem is across the country. And all he has done is pulled back the cover off the ugly, or ripped the Band-Aid off the wound that has never healed in this country, which is racism. And it's playing itself out.
Live, it's right in your face now.
Yeah.
Like, undercover, like you said before, but like it's right in your face now.
Yep.
So if he becomes president within the next 4 years, do you see a civil war like coming about? Because that's pretty much what we're fighting now.
Right. And most of us can't say that we're better off now than we were 4 years ago.
Right.
Most of us can't say that. I mean, there's some that say, oh, well, my pocketbook is that. And those are the folks I'm talking to. I mean, I've talked to some liberal, some conservative, white folks who sit on the sideline and some black folks who are like, well, my stocks are looking good under this guy. I'm like, okay, yeah, but, is it?
Well, that was the same thing. That was the same thing people said when President Clinton was getting impeached. The market was really percolating along, and people were like, "Oh man, don't bother him because my stocks are doing good."
Yeah.
So that's been a money makes people do some interesting things.
Have good stocks, Where's caring about other folks, and all of that stuff. It's just I think the choice is obvious to me. I don't believe that there is anybody who is really undecided about who they're going to vote for. If they're undecided at all, as I said, I think it's about whether or not they're going to vote at all.
And on that note, I don't even want to talk to anybody that doesn't vote, regardless of your party affiliation. If you don't vote, I don't have anything to say to you. That's just ridiculous. If you don't vote, however you vote, but you have to participate.
That's right. And you can't just sit back and because you lose all right to complain. You lose all right to about anything if you don't. I mean, that's what it is. Too many people, you hear it over and over again, and people get tired. People died for your right to, and they did.
Right.
I don't understand. Any black folk that don't vote. I don't understand it.
I stood in lines just so we could vote.
Yeah, I don't understand it. For the right for you to be an apathetic, lazy ass. People stood for you to have that choice to sit on your ass and say, I ain't voting for nobody. I got my thing and you got to get your boom. It's crazy. I just can't get with that. I mean, I got to laugh to keep from crying, but it's like at this point, I'm like, I had enough. I really had enough because I've heard all the stupid things that people have to say about not voting and why they choose not to. And it just, at this point, it doesn't make any sense. If you don't care for yourself, look at the kid down the street. You want them to be able to grow up and have a chance to grow up somewhat like you did, where you had some fun, where you had some semblance of what it was. Do you remember how it was when you were growing up? And can you imagine a kid growing up now, an elementary school kid who can't go to school, who can't engage the way that we engage or learn the things that we did, or, go on field trips and learn what we learned, things like that. I mean, come on, y'all. This is not America as it should be, and I'm trying not to give up on the idea. Now, I know America ain't never really been what it's supposed to be on paper, but I'd always could hold on to the idea of what it's supposed to be and could look at that. But 4 more years of this fool, I don't even know if I can hold on to the idea anymore. I don't know. So people need to do something different. Shock me. Vote him out. Send the SWAT team in and take his ass out if you got to. You know, roll him up, take him out the office, take him right on to jail for tax evasion. As I said, what my man say in Shaft movie, and people, what you in for? Tiger Woo, income tax evasion. What you in for, boy? Man, that's my man. Right, that is my man. That's one of my favorite actors. He played that part. All my white friends go see Shaft, the new the remake.
I saw that. That was good.
That's who should moderate, as I see in the memes. That's who should moderate the next damn thing.
Who's that?
Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh yeah, there will be no craziness with it.
And he should just snap somebody with his what I.
Sam would take care of business. He sure would.
Sam would take him down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, this has been a great discussion as always, and we certainly appreciate all the folks that checked us out on Spreaker Live and Facebook Live, and we certainly hope that you enjoyed the discussion, and thanks to our callers and folks that sent in comments. And I think there was one comment that I didn't read that popped in. Just wanted to share that from another one of our listeners, and I think this came from Crystal. That Crystal said he won't condemn white supremacy. He couldn't do it. Are we surprised? The entire debate was terrible. No clear plan or platform. Nothing new. No plans from either side was rolled out. What are your thoughts? And I think we kind of talked about that. And Crystal, I apologize for just getting your sharing your thoughts at the end of the broadcast, but we certainly appreciate you listening as always. And of course, this debate, excuse the pun, is going to continue for a while. We have one coming up with Kamala Harris and the vice president, which should be interesting. I think the tone will be a tad bit different. And then, of course, they're trying to figure out if there's going to be a second debate between the president and the former vice president. So the second debate should be interesting if they decide to move forward. So we still have a few weeks of discussion and back and forth about what we are going to do, but of course, we're going to stay up on those types of things. And we also invite you to come out and join us next week. And before Thin Bad and Shannon take us out, we're going to be talking about relationships in this COVID environment. So that should be real interesting, how the Mag Daddies and Mag Mamas are making it happen when you have to hit the club with your mask on and sit 12 feet apart and throw that line across the bow. So that's going to be interesting to hear those comments next week from our guests and of course from Thin Bad and Shannon. I can't wait to hear their perspectives on this. So that's all I have. And Thin Bad and Shannon, take us out of here.
Shannon, you want to take us out? Shannon said no. I want to take us out.
She's not. Look, she don't have her mic on, so you know she don't want to say nothing. Look at her. Look at her. Thin Bad. Her mic is muted.
All right. Sorry about that, everybody.
Oh, hush your face.
Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm glad everyone sent in your comments, your concerns, reaching out on Facebook, texting us personally. I really enjoyed hanging out with you tonight for this hour, pretty much. Was it hour and a half tonight?
Hey, yeah. It didn't bad. Did she say I enjoyed hanging out? Did she say we? Did she say how we? Is she selfish?
Yeah,
I said we. Didn't I say we?
She said she's selfish.
Enjoyed hanging out. I want to give a shout out to Nubian 5 before I go. Have a great evening and see you next Wednesday.
That's right. That's right. I'm with Shannon. We like having Shannon around. Shannon
we do.
Keeps us straight. She keeps us straight and got stuff going on and keeps the comments coming. And that's the other thing too. Y'all can, put down some ideas about what you want to hear us talk about or what you all want to talk about. That's how we got this relationship thing going. This ought to be good. Chief, I can't wait.
I can't either.
Have a good time.
I can't either because I'm trying to figure it out too.
This is gonna
oh boy. So we're gonna hear some advice next week.
Yeah. You
got boy.
Green and all that going on. Short circuit. Oh, it's gonna be nasty. All right. Well, folks, I want to thank you, me, the Chief, and Shannon. Want to thank you all for allowing us to give it to you again. Straight.
No chaser. Bye. You've been listening to Straight No Chaser. So join us next week for more hot topics. And also, you can always catch us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and of course, iHeartRadio.